Now, let's just move on to what we are about to talk about today. Now, relationship experts have told us that strong communication is the largest determinant of the longevity and the success of every relationship. And when it comes to romantic relationships, you've met a man that you want to marry, a woman that you want to marry, or probably you're even married. How much of your past must you reveal to your partner? Must you just sprinkle it just a little bit, or you have to go deeper when it comes to your health, when it comes to your past romantic relationships, when it comes to family complications? Must you let all that out? How much of the percentage are you going to be holding back, and how much would you give? So my GMB ladies from 2020 are still with me, Kafui and what's it for the Okay, so Kafui and the Free Year are still here with me. How does it feel like going to Dubai without me, first of all?
Come on.
Oh, come on, say. But you are leaving.
Okay,
you can fake. No, you can fake. You can fake. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to continue. Kafui and the Free Year, thank you for joining me one more time. And later, we are hoping that Kelly Daniels would also join us later for this discussion. I mean, he's a man. I would want to pick a man's perspective on this particular topic as well. But let me... Oh, She Baby is also going to be joining. Well, she should have been in the studio. Good morning, She Baby. Can you hear me? Well, the back end will work on that for me so she can hear me. But ladies, I'm not going to ask if you're in relationships or not. That's not the matter here. But getting into a relationship, committing to a man who wants to marry you, and of course you're going to say yes to marry that man. How much of your past? You're looking at me straight, Kafui. How much of your past would you let out?
Well, Cookie, I think first of all, it has to do with the individual. Okay. Yes.
Which individual? You or the man?
The man. Okay. Yes. Because it may depend on how much he wants to know that you would like to spill out to him. Some people cannot take very horrible experiences, which has to do with the one they're going to get married to. Yes. So for me, I would like to study the person to know how much he can take before I proceed in telling him what's...
Okay, Efria, before I come to you, hi, She Baby, good morning, can you hear me?
Good morning, I can hear you.
I love the color of your braids. Thanks for joining us this Oh, you're all the way in London, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate you being here. But of course, you already know what we are talking about. And from past experience or even future experiences that we haven't encountered yet, how much of your past are you willing to let your partner know?
Oh, thank you. Well, I will never ever want my partner to know my past. Never.
Nothing at all?
No, you know, the thing is, it's funny. I know, whilst we are enjoying the moment, we loving, the loving thing is all in it. You know, you think you could tell him everything, but trust me, he's going to use that against you someday when there is confusion, when things are not really, you know, he's going to use that against you. So I'm not never.
It's actually one of the points that I've noted down here in my notebook as I was preparing, that if you let out whatever information, whatever percentage of it, could it be used against you? She Baby, I'm going to come back to you, but Efrie, could it be used against you in the future if you let out too much?
It can. You know, you can never know somebody. You could be with somebody for 10 or 20 years and you still could not tell who they really are. Trust me. And one day you wake up and they'll feel out of love and they will use every single thing they have or they know about you against you.
So, She Baby, I had a friend, okay, and we were having a conversation, and she was coming from an abusive past. Her relationship was very abusive, the one before this one. And when she met the guy, she let the guy know that this is what I used to go through, and it's actually part of the reason I left the guy. Now, one day they get into an argument and they're talking, and this guy is shouting and talking on top of his voice and abusing her verbally. And then the gentleman goes, but physical abuse and this one, which is better? He used to beat you, but I've never hit you.
Exactly. Exactly. This is a big of a worry, exactly. And I've had people talk about this before. Like they do say the same thing because if you let them know your past, you think you're in a good time. I mean, the most important thing is like you love each other, so you feel like let me tell my past, let me tell my ex how I feel. You understand, or what happened in my past relationship, and then it goes against you sometimes.
Anyway, so Kelly Daniels has also joined us this morning. We'll be speaking to him in a little bit. But baby, now you said you're not going to mention anything at all. No iota, nothing at all, absolutely nothing. But let me ask you. Okay, so I have a few things that I want to touch on this morning. Health. Let's consider health first of all. If you have a health challenge of, say, diabetes, you've got asthma or something, you still don't want to let your partner know. If you're sickle cell, for instance, you don't want to let your partner know.
Oh, 100%. I will let him know. That is health-wise. That he needs to know. That is 100%. Even before, whilst we into the relationship, I think along the way, I have to let him know. It based on, how he will take you. You need to study your man, how much he loves you, how much he will be with you. But trust me, when it comes to certain things, when it comes to health, if he loves you, he would understand.
No, but she baby, hold on a second. But you see, timing is not ours. And sometimes you can't really determine what happens in a relationship with regards to timing. So you could have met him a month or two ago. You haven't mentioned anything about asthma. You are in a bus in London, probably going home or going to meet him, and you get an attack in the bus or on the train. What would you do? Because you haven't told him that you've got asthma. It probably could be 6 months or 1 year. So for him to find out a year or 6 months into your relationship that you have such a health situation, don't you think that he'll be disappointed?
Yeah, that's what I would not take a year to tell him, to be honest. Because that's in UK, to be honest. The truth is always important to us. So this is the time that if it's health issues, along like 3 weeks, I would definitely tell him. He would have to know. Okay. Because as you said, anything can happen to me anywhere. Right. And obviously, when you go to him, if it's an asthma thing, you would have your thing with you.
So they will see anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So that's anything you can't hide from your partner.
All right. Okay. So that's her take on health issues. Kelly, good to see you. It's been such a long time. We'll vibe after. But okay, so that was for health. But I've got a few things here. How about family complications? Maybe we have a family, something like that. Or maybe daddy is not talking to mommy. This auntie doesn't like me. This person doesn't like me. How about if you have a very dark past? Maybe you've killed somebody before. You've been to jail before. Kelly, would you let them in?
Thank you very much. Good to be here again. Simple and straightforward. No information should be given out until trust is earned. Until trust is earned, not assumed. Earned. Trust must be earned. Even when you want to give out your name. Why?
But how is that possible? It's a relationship we are building. It's a budding one. It's now growing. So how do you tell me no information, including my name?
There are 6 channels or 6 stages you go through before you confirm that you marry someone. The first is that the person has to be a confirmed stranger. Okay. A confirmed acquaintance.
Okay.
And then a confirmed friend.
A confirmed friend?
Yes. A confirmed stranger this is a stranger I have seen that, okay, I can let you in some space. And then when you graduate from that, okay, he's now a confirmed acquaintance. There's a difference between a confirmed stranger and a confirmed acquaintance. An acquaintance is someone you're familiar with. A stranger is someone you can identify. Identification is different from affiliation or a situation where I'm comfortable with you. So you're a stranger. Hey, I can't let you in some things beyond here. Right. An acquaintance is someone who I'm familiar with you. I can open up to you to a certain level, but I still can't call you my friend. Okay. A friend is a person who understands my goal in life, right, can interpret my goal in life, and can execute my goal in life in my absence even without being told. Anybody who cannot do that is not your friend. He's still an acquaintance. Don't give people spaces in your life they've not earned. They've got to work for it unconsciously. They're not trying to impress you. It's just them trying to live out the life that they are without anything. So now, who is now someone you can open up certain things to?
Yeah.
A qualified friend.
Okay.
Not just a confirmed friend, a qualified friend.
So who qualifies?
The difference between a confirmed friend and a qualified friend is that you confirm that this person is a friend, but you need to find out how deep.
Okay.
That's the qualification.
Okay.
How much of the person do you know? How much access do you think the person can handle of your life?
Right.
You see, it's not about you keeping things not to tell. We don't gain anything keeping anything. But can I trust you with information? Okay, what if my mother was a witch? Can you deal with that?
Yeah.
Are you going to walk away? I don't mind you walking away,
Can you
though.
identify?
But are you going to walk away stigmatizing me because I told you X, Y, Z about my mother?
Right.
These are things we should consider to see that is this thing earned or is dashed?
Well, now the biggest one that most of us are concerned about, past romantic relationships. If we, was it there? Now, tell me, would you tell your partner how many guys you've had in the past, how many broken hearts you have given, and Kelly Nyabotre?
Oh, no.
Hold on, let the ladies do the talking, then I'll come to you. If we, would you ever do such a thing?
To some extent.
You will.
I feel like there's no need for you to dwell on the past much. You are in a present relationship. Just enjoy the moment, have fun. Don't bring the negativity in the past into the present. And just, forge ahead. This is a new thing. You are getting to know this person. Focus on that. Stop bringing the past people into the present. There's no need
But
for
at
you to
least,
bring them in.
but at least you would tell him if they be 7, 6, 22.
Some people could be very judgmental sometimes. You can't tell. You would tell him and later you'll be like, oh, you've already been with 7 guys. I mean, come on, what should that I'll be the one you dating? Some people, you tell them your experiences, don't even believe you. And at a point, they're going to use it against you, like we said.
Okay,
So,
all right. Now, baby, I'm sorry, but because she's very far away and sometimes technology can get in the way, let me get as much from her as I can before anything happens. Baby, so past romantic or sexual relationships, the way I see your nose, I think you won't tell him anything.
Sweetheart, I will never ever tell him anything. No, don't even use some, because they're all the same. Men will use that against you, no matter what. They will use it.
I said it free. Baby, hold on. Baby, hold on. So you don't tell him anything, okay? And this morning, you're walking into Tesco. You've walked into Tesco this morning, and that's your immediate ex standing there. And he goes, oh, hi, baby. And then he can tell, the present one can tell that, no, this is somebody who's had something to do with my girl before. You don't think he'll be offended and probably trust issues?
He's my friend. Like, it's past, it's gone.
But that's not only your friend, that's your ex-boyfriend.
He shouldn't even know that. Why is he even getting involved in the first place? It's my boyfriend, he's my ex. Thank God he's my ex. That's it. I don't want him to know.
See, baby, so you're not going to let you won't let your present partner know any. Kelly, but how is that possible though? How can you travel into the future with Kelly? I know you're burning to talk. How do you travel into you agree with me, right? Kafui, how do you travel into the future with somebody without letting him know who you have been with?
Exactly.
Because
this is a small world.
Kelly, to an extent you can share.
Hello.
You can share to an extent, but you can't tell them everything because they're going to use it against you.
Kelly is going to die. Kelly, go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you do not give a person a space in your life they haven't earned.
Now they've earned it.
Now they have earned
Let's say they've earned it.
I would have known everything I need to know about you when we're friends before asking you out in the first place.
Kelly, you could be with someone for 10, 20 years.
Kelly, I disagree. Hold on. Kelly, hold on. No, Kelly, hold on. Kelly, hold on. Not all romantic relationships start on the note of friendship.
No, it shouldn't
Kelly,
start
hold
with the
on a
romantic
second.
note.
Can I tell you something?
You're doing
Like,
everything.
start with friendship. Like,
It's,
not all of them start
life
with
starts
friendship.
with friendship. Until the person is your best friend, don't propose.
Kelly, someone walks into the studio this morning, sees me and thinks that I'm very attractive, starts to talk to me. I find him attractive too. We start to talk and I'm like, I think I like this guy. He likes
That's
me.
where we miss it. Don't skip classes. Let things grow.
How do you hide the way you feel about somebody?
That's why it's going to crash anyway.
That's why it's crashing. That's why it's crashing. Wait. Can't we build?
I beg to differ.
Can't we build the two alongside? We're building a romantic relationship and friendship alongside.
You can meet a person today, fall in love with a person today, and marry the person next week. I believe in that.
Yes.
But listen, when you don't eat me up, when you see your kind, you know your kind.
Kafui.
And I'm telling you why. See,
so I've seen my kind this morning in the studio. I've seen my kind.
Hold up, don't eat me up. Chill, I'm still your friend and your brother. Thing is this, when I see my kind, I will know. And I can open up anything on the first day when I know my kind. How do I know my kind? I would have worked on myself enough to grow to a point of maturity that I can tell if this person is like me.
That's what we are saying.
From one conversation.
But that's what we are saying, Kelly. So I've met my kind right now. Why can't I tell him that I've been with Kofi and Kojo in the past? I've seen he's my kind. Kafui.
Necessary. Yes.
Let Kafui talk. 1 minute, no. Kafui, please.
I think it's very necessary to open up about those you dated in the past. You never know what or whom you might meet somewhere. As you said, you might go out for a dinner with your partner and then you meet your ex. And then he comes all out to you. After having your interaction, what do you tell your partner?
Exactly.
That's a friend.
What do you tell him?
That's a friend.
Just a
He
friend.
may be your friend, but definitely your partner needs to know about your exes. I think so.
You love him, you trust him so much that you're going to tell him everything. Is he
For real, I think you should.
She baby, what were you saying again?
Honestly.
I'm saying it's not all my exes are going to be my friend, and he should not get involved with whatever I'm doing at the present moment, because I will not also see his ex and his girlfriend and go to them and then walk to them and say, how you doing? Because I don't want to know what is going on between whatever is going. That's my ex. I don't want to know what is happening about him. I just want to think about my moment.
But why are we forgetting that sometimes this life is not ours, and that things can get complicated at a point? And truth, especially when told on time, saves most situations.
Cookie, discernment is everything. No, you would never need to tell a lie.
No, like a white lie.
Discernment
there's a white lie?
is important.
I'll
I
continue.
don't need to lie about something that has happened or is happening in my life. I just need to know that you are mature enough to handle my business.
Okay.
And so telling you about my exes, I need to know how you can deal with that in the first place.
How long?
I can't tell you all.
Okay, so how long do you think it can take you to be able to determine that this guy can take this type of energy that I'm dishing out?
There's no time frame in Chronicles, in the calendar. You just need to know how, as deep as the conversation goes, you would feel it in you that this person can take this and take that. And you don't throw the whole thing in his face. You give the person bit by bit, spoonful and spoon, and spoon feed him with a teaspoon, and then a bigger spoon, and then a bigger spoon. Not everybody can take information the same way. We all deal with information differently.
You know, that was why I mentioned that before you tell your partner anything, you need to know the person, what he can take. So for me, I'll go all out.
Like I said, you can be with somebody for 10, 20 years and you still wouldn't know who they are. Until something should come up.
So you're going to stay with him for 10, 20 years without saying anything at all?
Not
and you
that.
think that would be a successful relationship?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
You know, sometimes the past will come knocking.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
All of a sudden or unexpectedly, it will come knocking and you have to say something about your past. Do you get me? But as you are staying with somebody, you are getting to know this person. And sometimes you feel like, oh, this is the guy. This is the man for me. I think I can tell him this now. Then you tell him and everything blows up. And you're like, oh my God, did I make the right decision by telling him this? But you can't even tell.
No, but you know, not saying anything is also a decision.
Yeah.
Not saying anything is also a decision. And if you don't say anything, situations can also blow up in your face.
That's what I'm saying.
Kelly, what's on your mind?
Kelly.
What are you thinking about? So for you, you don't want to say anything at all, ranging from health, dark past, romantic relationships, family complications. You don't want to say anything at all.
I would want to say everything on the day I meet you if in my heart I know you can take my mess and my message.
But sometimes people look like they can take
But
everything.
that's why you
You
see, when I said when you meet your type, you will know. Love is a spiritual matter.
Wait.
That one is God.
Hold on. Love is a
That one is God,
spiritual.
oh.
Jesus.
You cannot say it's gone. What is gone?
No, I mean God.
Okay, God.
said
Of
God.
course. So see, love is God, and God is love. You cannot take God away from love. You cannot take the other from the other. It means that if you do not know how to handle your relationship with God, who tells you something in your inside? How do you deal with somebody?
Okay, Kelly, haven't you encountered a person who's been taking this awake water from you Monday to Friday, but you give the same awake water on a Sunday and it was a fight before? It's the same person and it's the same water. Haven't you encountered anything like that before? So the person looks like they can take everything that you're telling them, but they wake up probably on the wrong side of their bed the next day and the same information is processed
I
differently.
use the word discernment because there's time for everything. There's a time to talk, there's a time to think, there's a time to hold on, there's a time to speak out. Discernment is the key. When am I, if you clap for me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on Thursday, I'll be like, what is it? So you need to know, should I clap today too, or I should hold on? That's why God has to be in charge of that relationship, but not your head.
Okay. Chi Baby, please wrap up with us and then I'll come to the studio. What are your last words for us?
My last words are basically what we're talking about. It's always based on experience and based on what someone has been through. That is why we're saying this.
Yeah.
And to be fair, obviously, I know that 100% that if you say something to your partner, your current, whatever you think to be true, he will definitely use that against you. As we all say, you need to build trust. That is 100% true. You will build trust. But listen, at the end of the day, he will still come back, and if things are not going on well, he might say that, as you said, I've been in an abusive relationship before. If I walk in and tell my current boyfriend that I have been in an abusive relationship before, and he starts saying something else, it's going to be something else as well. He's going to use that against me. When we know how to good time. In natural, I would say that you can, but trust me, for me, I won't.
All right. She Baby, we thank you for your time this morning. So enjoy London. Now, I'm back to the studio, okay? It's the same elders we have in this country. It's the same friends, the same church members, the same Kellys, Efiyes, and Kafuis. When I have an issue with my man tomorrow and I come and tell you, then they will tell me that you didn't take your time to know each other. You didn't reveal anything when you started the relationship. And I know my counselors in church would ask me, but when you started the relationship, did you tell him this, that? And now you're telling me that I should hold on to everything that I want to say?
Okay, so I may not be able to answer all the questions now. See, a counselor, you can't give a counselor 15 minutes to deliver what he learned for 5 years.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, you know
Is this very complicated?
Follow on Instagram right now at Kelly Daniels Office. Send all your questions, I'll answer. Kelly Daniels Office on Instagram. But shout out to the people who attended my conference yesterday, the New Love Conference at Airport View Hotel. Thank you so much for attending. Let me say this quickly. There is time for everything. Until you understand that the person who you're relating with is human, you can't even forgive in advance. Follow at Kelly Daniels Office on Instagram.
Okay.
We'll be there.
Efiyes,
Send all your questions
what
there.
would
Kelly
you say?
Daniels Office on Instagram.
I think you deliver 30% and keep 70.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
50-50.
50-50.
And as time goes on, but you know
deliver
what,
the rest of
I
the
pray
50.
God always intervenes, because trust me, you can never know somebody even by staying with them for 20 years. It's complicated and it's scary. So I leave the rest to God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kafui.
Still maintain my stand.
He's the reason for life in the first place. Deal with the God factor.
Okay.
Think about
All right,
somebody
guys.
else's
We
struggle.
gotta
still
go.
maintain my stand.
You will say it.
Yes.
You will talk.
I think everybody's opinions were based on their experiences. So for me, I think every relationship should be built on truth and trust. So I will tell my partner about my ex. If he loves me, he will stay. Simple.
I'm sure this conversation is continuing wherever you are, in your homes, in your cars, in your offices, wherever you are. Please let's keep the conversation going at TV3 Ghana, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere else on social media. Let's know what you think with the hashtag TV3Newday.